It's a good look. It's a lot of gray, though.
No kidding. Thanks.
Maybe I'll start re-recording.
Well, that's true. That's true. That's true. That's true.
Can you talk about bringing John Schick on and what that process was like and why you've done it?
Well, you know, when it came across transactions, when he got released, it was about 5 minutes later. I picked up the phone and called him, and you know, we've had a relationship in the past, obviously, and got a great deal of respect for him as a player, as a person. He embodies all the qualities and character traits that we believe in here, and he's a great player. So then it was a normal process. You know, he was going to look at all of his options, and which he should, and I just tried to recruit him the best I could. Put on a recruiting hat. So thank goodness he felt like this was the best place for him.
When you get to be 33 years old in this league, you're usually about time to wind it down. But he seems to be convinced that he can be even better.
Yeah, well, if you know anything about John and his work ethic, and he's a CrossFit guy. I think he has a CrossFit company now, and he might be 33, but he doesn't look 33 when you see him in a uniform. So we expect him to be a great addition to this locker room, and his work ethic, his level of caring. I can just go on and on. Would be a great influence on our younger guys here.
You've had the opportunity to work with him before and win a Grey Cup with him before. Can you talk about specifically what he brings on the field that you believe will help his defense?
He's absolutely relentless. He never takes a play off. Doesn't matter what the score is. If he's on the field, he's going to play that play to the best of his ability. We love that about him. He really honors the game. Like, he has a tremendous amount of respect for the game, for his teammates, for the team that he's playing for. His coaches, he's very coachable, and he's going to give absolute maximum effort all the time, every single day.
And how does this change your approach to free agency now? You've got an all-star defensive end. Does this change maybe what you do in free agency?
Well, you know, we've got an end that is quickly approaching free agency, and another end that's had surgery, and doesn't mean that if those situations weren't in front of us that we still wouldn't have gone. You know, after John, we probably would have. So free agency is an entire puzzle. It's not just one position. So we have to look at the entire puzzle and realize that we're going to get some guys signed, probably not some others, and we have to look at the entire complexion of our football team and make sure that we have the most competitive product that we can possibly put on the field. So. And we've iterated through a lot of those scenarios and the what ifs, and so we have plans. We'll just see how well they play out. Yeah.
Orlando's defensive scheme, in some situations, he's dropped the defensive ends off into coverage, and Steve mentioned this when he was talking to. Is the expectation that John can do the things that Orlando has typically done, or is the expectation that you can?
Well, yeah, it's a good question, and we will fit the scheme to our personnel, and maybe some of the things that we did last year we may or may not do as well or want to do you know, this year on both sides of the ball. So we're going to play to John's strengths, but we're going to play to the strengths of all the players around him as well.
John has a couple of Grey Cup rings. You have a few players on the roster that have won Grey Cups, obviously. Does that have an impact in terms of, you know, the psyche of a team going for a championship?
Well, I think the question is specific to the type of individual that he is. Being on a Grey Cup team doesn't necessarily make you a quality individual and a quality player, but in John's case, he's both, and so he embodies the qualities that we believe make you a champion, and that will have an influence in this locker room.